District of Seattle. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. Mahomes now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Oh, and it's off the mark. Harrison Butker pushed it to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, usually when you get a right-footed kicker on the right hash, his goal is to draw the ball back to the middle. But this time, it doesn't move at all. It ends up missing off to the right.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of...
That's caught at the 25. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Now Smith. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Smith. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
43, 15.
Now Mahomes. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
Here we go.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 45 yards. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, This was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that falls to the ground. Incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Back deep is Jalen Darden. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Here's Smith. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. He completes this to Walker. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Walker with it. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Smith going to move him around. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Smith. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Michael Dana just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Geno. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
No ball, no ball.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Steps away to his left. That is caught. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
There we go, Sonoma.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Middle.
Geno now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a 1st down. From the 50, it's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Throw out wide to Walker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And Smith here, an audible at the line.
Cover.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing again is Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now an audible here into something else. On the counter, it's Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Open man right side is Rice. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there. And
back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Julian Love picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Line.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Here we go. Hold.
They snap it to Smith. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
There we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
To the air again, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion, and he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. To throw is Smith. Going right back to Fant. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, let's go Wednesday. On.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kobe Bryant, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
No ball, no ball.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing now, Smith. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Smith. And he's got it. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now Smith going to change the play. They'll try and run Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yellow, yellow.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.